This week on Inside Boulder News, improvements to the Chautauqua Meadow trails will help reduce erosion, the city debuts a new way to join the affordable housing conversation, and CU students team up with local kids to make reading and writing fun. Welcome to Inside Boulder News. I'm Ashley Pro. The past couple of weeks may have been cold, but the Chautauqua Meadow Restoration Project is making progress. Open Space and Mountain Parks began work on the project in August before winter hit. The project was identified as a priority by the community and City Council in the 2011 West Trail Study Area Plan. Although recent snow has slowed down work on the project, OSMP staff are excited about the work that's been occurring.
This crusher fines material that we're using, this particular type, is something we haven't really used a lot in our system. We're excited about it. We think it'll work really well in Chautauqua Meadow, where there's so many hikers in this particular area. The soils here tend to get really muddy whenever we have rain or snow melt, and so this trail surface material really help a lot. We think that, Chautauqua Meadow would just be a better experience for people to hike through, and it's really an iconic part of the Boulder trail system and the open space and mountain park system. So it's something, this is a project that we think will be a lot of value to people here as well as to the land.
Phase 1 of the Chautauqua Meadow Restoration Project will continue as weather allows through the winter. Phase 2 is expected to begin this spring. For details about the project, visit osmp.org or call 303-441-3440. The City of Boulder needs your input and is looking at new and creative ways to get it. This week, the city debuted a webinar called Housing Boulder 101, aimed at engaging more of the community in the process of supporting diverse and affordable housing choices in Boulder. City Council has directed staff to explore possible solutions to the high cost of housing, which some see as a significant barrier for our community.
The webinar, in addition to not requiring people to travel to a physical location to take time out of their busy schedule to go to a public meeting downtown or elsewhere, they can access it from their office or the comfort of their home or a coffee shop and get the information that way. And by recording it, it's available for as many times as you want to watch it or share it with your friends or neighbors between now and January.
The live webinar was shown on November 20th, but a recorded version will be available through the end of January at housingboulder.net. Once you're on the site, you'll find links to sign up for a Housing Boulder email list and share your ideas on the Inspire Boulder digital town hall. In addition, the city will be offering other opportunities for input throughout the strategic planning process. What's the best way to revitalize University Hill? That has been a question for several years, and now the city is seeking the input of the community as it works with partners to breathe new life into the area. Hoping to hit pause and take some time to explore solutions, City Council approved a temporary moratorium to adding residential space to the University Hill Commercial District in August. Since then, city staff have been studying the best ways to create a flourishing and diverse commercial district that appeals to the entire community. This week, preliminary options were presented to the public in an open house format.
It actually surprised even us, the number of residential units that are just within the commercial district. 103 total residential units. The hill's about 13 acres. Compared to the downtown, which is just over 100 acres, the whole of downtown has 130 residential units. So you can see that by way of comparison, that's a lot of residential in a very small area on the hill. So we also found that there were very few offices on the hill, only 8 offices, 3% of the total. And what you would really expect to see in a commercial zone is primarily retail and office. And what we're seeing is we do have primarily retail, but not very much office and a lot more residential than you would expect. So if you really want to get a diversity of uses, probably really need to come up with some strategies to shift that balance a little bit.
Staff will use the feedback from this week to refine options and develop recommendations that will be presented during board and commission public hearings in January. The moratorium will expire on March 18, 2015. For more information on the timeline and process, visit bouldercolorado.gov/planning/UH-moratorium. The Boulder Public Library, Boulder Reads, and CU are teaming up to ignite a passion for reading and books in the youngest members of our community. The program, called Reading Buddies, pairs CU students with children in grades K through 5. Over the course of a semester, the Big and Little Buddies explore literacy, reading, and writing in fun ways together.
The great thing about them is they're not their parents and they're not their teachers, and they're really kind of cool because they're friends and they're buddies, and they're a little bit older, sometimes they're a lot older, but they're not approaching their time together as a teacher or a tutor or someone who needs to be teaching the little buddy something. They're actually kind of exploring together.
I was really nervous at first. I was nervous that the kid wouldn't like me, but I love her, and she's adorable, and we get along great. She's from Korea originally, and so English is a second language for her. I thought that would make it tricky, but she's a great reader. So she really likes Magic School Bus, so that's pretty much all we read, but that's okay. And now we're writing a book. So it's really cool to get to see her creativity come out.
You see a transformation from a big buddy into a mentor. So suddenly, like some freshman college student who previously might not have had a role of being a big brother or a big sister is taking on a role of teacher and mentor, and that's really amazing to see that transformation. And then also just the transformation, like they're like best buddies. Like I could see them, they like hang out and they're relaxed and they know each other much better, and they're doing that through books. So it's really amazing. And then the end of the semester they make a book, and so they present it together, and it's really adorable.
When we started writing our book, and she was writing her name, and she said, I want to write my name in my language too. So I said, well, we'll do it. And so she wrote her name in Korean, and then she showed me how to write my name in Korean, and we're going to include that on our book, on our finished product. So that's really cool. And it was really cool to see the literacy goes both ways. It's not just me helping her learn English. She can help me learn Korean too.
To learn more about Reading Buddies, enroll your child in the program, or discover other literacy and lifelong learning services, visit boulderreads.org. From now until early February, a section of the South Boulder Creek Trail on both sides of Highway 36 will be closed. The closure is due to Colorado Department of Transportation work on the US 36 Express Lanes project. Visitors will still be able to travel along the South Boulder Creek Trail between South Boulder Road and the South Boulder Creek Bridge, as well as between Marshall Road and the bridge. Both of these sections will only be out and back because trail users won't be allowed to cross underneath or over the highway in the construction zone. For more information about the US 36 Express Lanes project, call CDOT at 303-402-7042 or visit us36expresslanes.com. Thank you for watching Inside Boulder News. Stay in touch with us on Facebook and Twitter by submitting news tips and questions. You can also sign up to receive video updates right in your inbox. Just go to boulderchannel8.com and click on subscribe.